even though I just want to sit here and talk to you guys forever because everyone. That was great. I appreciate you guys so much.
So James, you're working out now? Because I know we had talked a little while ago. How are you feeling?
Really good, honestly. I decided that I was going to start working out from home. And I was looking at gyms, but my daughter was still in the danger zone for like, what is it? The first couple months where like a fever means go to the hospital. So I didn't go to a gym, but I started getting stuff for our house down in the basement. And I ultimately found a trainer that would come to my house and train on my time, which is perfect because it works working from home. Like it just makes it work in my day, which can't make an excuse if the person's like knocking on your door, like, hey, James, let's go. Time to grind.
I see you, James. Open the door.
A good way to do it. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it is. I think that's great. Well, I am so happy to hear that you're doing that. That's awesome. And as far as from a weight perspective, I am now like 1 pound away from losing 100 pounds, but I don't know if I'll ever get to 100 pounds because with working out and bringing my calories up, I gain a pound, I lose a pound, I gain a pound, I lose a pound. So that's sort of where I'm at right now. So I may never get to that holy grail in my mind, but I am so okay with it because, you know, a pound of fat and a pound of muscle weigh the same, but their composition is so different. And I'm building muscle. And I know from doing a body scan that I've lost, 1.5% fat and I'm gaining the muscle. So
That's
I wouldn't.
awesome.
And you're out there kicking butt and working out. Look, I'm gonna join y'all.
Lori,
March is my month to start weight training.
Weight training.
I was a little nervous because of that, but I mean, we're gonna do it. I was gonna go. No, I'm getting some new shoes. And I'm setting my plan. Like I'm one of those people, I just want to dive right in. And I'm like, okay, you go get injured and you end up on this couch and you got these 2 kids at home, calm yourself down. But this is my month. So I was like, oh man, I missed the first. Try not to be all or nothing thinking. I'm going to do it. I've been looking for a CrossFit place near me.
Just start with
well,
like
now I'm
small
going back
weights.
to the office.
Yeah.
just to
start. Yeah.
I got, so that's what, because there's good body for weights. So I do a lot of like squats, push-ups, things like that. Like I'm trying to increase because we got goals. But so my goal used to be more scale-based, but since the scale was like laughing at me like the past several months, I was like, okay, we've got some other goals now. So like I use jeans. They say jeans and toddlers will never lie to you. So I use jeans. And I also, I mean, my energy's up there. Things I have like an ideal size I want to get to, like clothing wise. But I've kind of ditched the scale now. I do weigh weigh myself once a week, but I'm just like,
it's just daily.
And my daughter loves to play with my extra skin, so I'm just like, okay, well.
Yeah, it's all data, like Lori said.
It is.
It's just not a big deal anymore.
The clothes thing, though, that was revelatory for me. Like, man, I remember I bought bigger jeans in the months leading up to surgery because Big James was getting bigger. And I had to go and get smaller jeans because the look of all that extra fabric pinched off on the side with a belt cinched down wasn't happening.
Wasn't handsome.
I mean, I'm in the size jeans like I was wearing in high school.
Yeah.
This is bonkers. We went to the wedding for the friend of ours that I went to the bachelor party for. And I had a suit that was tailored to me when it was made a decade ago. And I had to have it taken in from what I was then just to like not look like little man in a big coat.
Yeah.
And so when we had to pick up like a photo for this, I was like scrolling through my Google Photos, like, what can I find a photo where it's not me and a kid? And like the last time I had a solo photo was so long ago, and I did not realize until I started looking at the photos, James pre-op, like just pre-op versus James after. Wow.
Mhm.
It looks so different.
Amazing.
And you look at yourself in the mirror, at least I look at myself in the mirror, and I don't really see much different.
No,
I
Me
still see
neither.
big James in
I
the
agree.
mirror, but Google Photos apparently doesn't lie. I go back 6 months and like, whoa, bro,
yeah.
you're carrying around a big keg or something, bud. What are you doing?
It's
Or be
also-
like me and I had no pictures. So I watch on Instagram the face-to-face Friday and the and I'm like, I've got to wait. I at some point, some year, I'm going to be able to do this because there's going to be a year difference. But I didn't do it. Just didn't. So, but I'm going to go down in the basement. It's on my list to see if I can find. I'm sure somebody must have taken a picture of me at some time, but that's, when you talk about what you wish you would have known, I wish somebody would have told me to take pictures. But
They told me, I just didn't listen. But yeah.
oh, it's sort of similar. Yeah, I heard that.
My mom forced me to take pictures.
People
Like-
have pictures of themselves in the hospital. I'm like, I didn't
Surgery day,
have anybody
right?
with me in the hospital.
Maybe.
Here, nurse, take my picture. I don't know. I just didn't even, it never even crossed my mind. And now I just wish I could look back like what James is saying and I just wish I could. And I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna see if I can
Should.
and do something.
Absolutely.
So
Gotta be one out there, Lori.
someplace.
It's
Yeah.
out there. My mom, I guess before we go, I know it's 4:30, but my mom went to the Just Be You Awards.
I remember I saw her there.
She gets it, right? Because she saw me go through my journey. But something that she pointed out, and now I look when people post their before pictures, like pre-op pictures versus their post-op pictures, there's a light in our eyes now.
Yeah.
Right? There's just this light where we're engaged, we're thinking, we're responding, we're
We
living.
feel like we belong and we
Yeah.
feel like we deserve to be there in that we're a whole person and there's just so much feeling around that being a part of society that you didn't think you fit into before. So, and there's so much, when we talk about what I wish I would have known, I was writing down some things and I wish I would have known when I was large, I was really hard on myself, but I also remember looking at overweight people and thinking, why aren't they exercising? I mean, I wasn't as mean to them as I was to me. And now knowing the trauma, when I see overweight people, I see them differently because now I understand the trauma or the ADHD or the different things that have caused them. It's so out of their control, and not knowing obesity was a disease. I've just been so educated and it's changed my whole perspective on overweight people. I mean, I was not a nice person when I looked at some overweight people and again, I was that way with myself too, but I was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you eating so much? Why don't you exercise? Oh my God, that would never even cross my mind now. I just feel, why aren't we all educated like that? Why don't we have that? I don't know. It just,
That's why we're here.
yeah,
To do the
Yeah.
educating and to provide
so
that.
important.
It's
so
so important. I was the same way. I would judge people for
Yes,
the same French fries and hamburgers that I was eating.
yes.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And now I just see them as people and I feel like I lead with more of an empathetic heart.
Yes, yeah,
And I also just don't care what people are
Right.
eating. Right. Like now I'm just like, you do you, boo. Like as
Yeah.
long as you're healthy, like that's all I care about. But before I was also very mean to people in my
Yeah.
head.
I was too. And it's I'm ashamed to say it, but I didn't know, you do with, what you know at the time, and when you know differently, you do better. And so I hope now that I will do better and be able to relate to people differently because of that.
Agreed. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna let you guys
Thank
go.
you.
I gotta go
Thanks for
somewhere.
asking.
But
Thank you.
See you guys around the nation.
We
Yeah.
will. All right, sounds
Bye,
good.
everyone.
Bye, guys.
Have a great night.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye-bye.